she can do. Come on.
You better move.
So far, so good. Let's go. Lights is low. One more. Yeah.
Come on, Reed, push.
Here we go. That's gonna be nice. 16-192.
16-192.
Hey guys, welcome back. So this is Talk Between the Timers. I'm Brooke Nicely, and today I'm interviewing my BFF Reed Dale. Today is National BFF Day, by the way.
It is.
So funny that we're getting to sit down and kind of interview each other today.
Yeah.
And so Reed wears a lot of hats these days. She's got 2 stud horses. She's got a trailer full of horses that she's running. And she just recently started going to school. So talk about a full plate.
Yes.
Let's talk about your studs first.
Okay.
So you've got 2 studs.
Yes. I have Martha's French Kiss. He is a 2008 Chocolate Palomino Stallion by Frenchman's Guy, $11 million sire out of 1D World Champion. Do It to a Martha. She's a Martha 6 Moons mare, and Muffin is her youngest baby, I'm pretty sure. And we call him Muffin, quite obviously, as I just stated. And I actually won the 2nd round at our Colonial Nationals out of 550 entries on him. I got 2nd in the 1st round. I've won a bunch of rodeos on him, and we're finally getting babies on the ground and seeing how that plays out for him. And Brooke actually has one of my babies, and she can kind of give you some more info about how they are. I'm very, very, very biased. So.
Awesome. Best babies ever. Love her.
Yes. They've all been really big, nice, super smart, kind of came out as a barrel horse. My other stallion is Firewater Special. His barn nickname is Hummer. His babies have won approximately $200,000 at this point. They qualify for the American, won the NBHA Open and Youth World, top 10 senior 1D finalists, multiple arena record holders, and things of that nature. So we're super proud of him as well, and getting his babies out there too.
Right. So personality-wise, like, are they both kind of similar, or?
They're complete opposites. Hummer is my angel. He lives in the barn with all the mares. He'll talk to him a little bit, but he makes life easy.
Yeah.
He's easy. I live cover him. I take him to AI. Anything you do with him is pretty simple. He's a homebody, I guess. He doesn't love to be out in my pasture. He'll stay out for about 20 minutes and then he'll kind of run it, want him to go back inside. And so he's just super easy. We hardly know he was a stud. Muffin is quite the opposite. He's very like a one-person horse. He loves me. We've really grown up together and grown a relationship. I've ridden him ever since he was a 4-year-old, I'm thinking, and he's 11 now. So we've had that time to kind of grow that relationship. He is so funny, and he's just my heart and soul horse, but he's definitely very different from Hummer. He does not like to be in the barn with the mares because he thinks they are all his. He's not like to shift them. Yes, like a man for sure.
I love both of them. I guess I'm more partial to Muffin just because I have a Flamingo is her name. She's a yearling this year, and she's the coolest little baby ever. Like, we've had, some babies, and she is just a really cool little horse. We're really excited about her. So let's talk about school.
Yes.
What you're going nursing?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the end goal here?
So I'll be going into my 2nd semester in June. So the end goal, I'm thinking about going to be a nurse practitioner, but I want to finish my Associates of Nursing at John Tyler, and then I want to go into the workplace and get my bachelor's, and then maybe go for a nurse practitioner from there. But my thought behind it was when my dad was sick with cancer, I took care of him mainly by myself a lot, and he's been a lot of the driving for the force behind going to school. And also nursing is a great career for a 3-day-a-week job where I can still go and do what I love every single weekend.
Right.
So
And
that's,
everybody always needs a nurse. You're
Yes.
going to be able to find a job anywhere.
yeah, so that's my driving force behind nursing school for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk about the horses that you're running and hauling right now. How many is it?
4.
4 horses.
Yes.
They're all super nice.
choose.
Yeah. So let's hear about them, their, personalities, lineage, background.
Okay. So I'll start with my oldest horse. Her name is Chill Hitter. She's 18 years old this year. She's by
Can't tell.
Yes, she's by the Stallion Home Run Hitters. She runs left-handed, and it's pretty much her way or the highway. That is her personality. She always has her ears back, but she would never bite you or anything ugly like that. But she just is very no-nonsense, loves her job. She's just the coolest little horse that I could have ever had, and she's taught me so much.
Yeah. So who's next?
So next is Two-Eyed Dash. Her nickname is Twiggy. She is probably one of the most talented horses I've ever sat on. I've won a lot of money on her. That's Chanel, my other horse. I've won a lot of money on her, but I'm still learning her style. She's a little bit different from my other ones, but I'm excited to see what the future holds. And I guess next I'll move on to the party stealer over here, Chanel. Her real name is Blazin' Six Moons. I bought her as a 2-year-old off of Facebook out of Texas. I had the hardest time figuring out how I was going to get her home, and Youth World was 2 weeks after that. So I went through the list and found the girls coming from Texas, chose one, sent her a message on Facebook and said, if I pay your fuel money, will you bring her here to me? So we did just that. She was broke and trained right on my property. About a month before my dad passed away, I had to make the decision to really hand the reins over on her and make sure that she was going to be successful so I could spend time with him. So I did so, and I think it was a good idea for her. She is placed at many futurities. She tipped the second barrel to win Fort Smith and $47,000, and it's really taken me a long time to learn how to ride her myself, but since then I've won quite a few rodeos and placed on her, and I'm just really excited. And she's also a Martha Six Moons, and I love their style. I've always gotten along with them, similar breeding to Muff and my stallion.
Yeah.
And then my last but not least is Extra Fair. Her nickname at home is Extra. She is the granddaughter of the great Trace Sace. I actually won this rodeo, the very last one here last year on her, and I placed a bunch of barrel races on her as well. She is 6 years old, so I'm still just trying to figure out my timing before I rodeo her a whole lot.
Cool. So, let's talk about what powers these horses. So what kind of feed do you use? What kind of supplements are you giving right now?
Okay. Yeah, so I feed Pro Elite Performance, and it's a beef pulp molasses, and it's also got oats in it as well. And I always use Vitalize. I use both the high performance for the ones I'm running because it has joint and stomach care and a bunch of other vitamins and minerals. For my stallions, they both get the Digestive Plus to really help with their stomachs, and I've noticed a world of difference in it. So that's what I use. I also feed Western alfalfa hay. When I'm running, if I'm not running, I use a Timothy and Orchard mix.
Okay. And you're also selling the Vitalize now, right?
I am.
Yeah. So, if you need any Vitalize, hit her up.
Hit me up.
So, tack. Let's talk about tack. Favorite bits you like to use? Splint boots, pads, saddles, the whole thing.
The whole thing? Okay. I am a huge Caldwell saddle fan. I have 2 different ones. I just ordered a saddle from Performance Saddle Company. That'll be here on Monday, so I'll look forward to talking with you guys about how that is. The same lady that makes Caldwell's, one of her employees makes this saddle, so I'm super excited to try that out. Pads, I've used a little bit of everything. I've used Iconoclast, 5-star, and Best Ever. I can't say that I have a dead set favorite. Each horse I kind of like a little bit something different on.
Yeah.
It's Iconoclast for sure because I like the double sling effect that really supports the fetlocks.
Yeah, me too.
And bit-wise, I use something different on every one of them. I ride at home mainly in a twisted wire snaffle bit with no tie down and just split reins, or a head setter, martingale. But I run, Chanel runs in the Jolie bit is what it's called. I'm not sure what the technical name is, but every time I go to buy it, or whatever we call it, the Jolie Montgomery bit. Chill runs in Martha Josie's $1 Million bit. Extra runs in a snaffle bit, and I run Twiggy in a draw bit. So I'll run them in kind of whatever feels good. If the more stiff they are, the more bendy bit I like. The differ a bit, but at home I'm pretty much riding all snap.
Okay. So, we're going to kind of get a little deep here. You talked a little bit about your dad earlier and how he had cancer. I lost someone really, really close to me, and that's something that we, bond over in a way that, we can kind of be there for each other in our days where we're, kind of missing those people.
Right.
So you lost your dad, and how does that affect you today and everything that you're, doing and accomplishing right now?
It's hard when you can't pick up the phone and call someone. Because, I have some days, not that I don't think about it, that I don't, I guess, have that as much. Yeah, it doesn't hurt as bad. And then I have some days, like, me and my mom are so close, but some days, we get mad at each other. I'm like, I just want to call my dad and vent to him and talk to him and see what he thinks about some of the things I'm doing. And he passed away 5 years ago this year. He passed away in it'll be 4 years ago. He passed away in 2015. And it was a really hard experience. My dad was 6'4", big built man, and he did body lifting, weightlifting, things like that. And he went from that to somebody that was as small as me.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
In a 13-month time frame. And it changed everything. It changed my mindset, and it was really hard to get back to a good place. But I think the fighting through it, learning that I wanted to do something more than just the horses, something I could afford to make sure I had a good life and made him proud and made myself proud, and had something that's fulfilling on the side, because this can be so humbling.
Yes. So you said you and your mom are really close.
Yes.
Vicky Dale, and we all love Vicky.
Vicky, do you want to come make you on our podcast? Mom,
she's not even paying attention.
You want to come say hello to the vlog? No.
Okay.
She said
Vicky
no.
doesn't want to speak, but I know you're extremely close with your mom.
Yes.
And so what does being able to have her with you on this journey kind of mean to you?
It means everything to me. I'm a very systematic person, and she knows that very well. There she is in her glory.
In the flesh.
Yes.
In the flesh.
Hi and bye. She really knows my routine, and I'm so weird. I'm like, don't touch my horse. She's like the one person that can touch my horse, and she kind of knows the limits of that. She's my biggest supporter. She has bought me most of these horses, if not helped me buy them or feed them at some point. She's done this before, and she has a lot of insight, has watched a lot of barrel racers as well as myself, so she's always got great advice to give me, even though she's not riding barrel horses anymore herself. And it's such a great feeling to have someone that you love so much and loves you back to be on the road with you. Yes.
So Reed actually started out in the barrel racing, like horse show world, and she got to go a lot of really awesome places, be with a lot of really knowledgeable people, and ride some really, really talented horses. So let's talk about the transition from barrel racing at a horse show to this.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
It's a total different world.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like I started at barrel races, so now it's like putting on a pair of sweatpants. I feel like I can go to a barrel race and I really ride so free and good. And it's also helpful to have 4 horses, so if I don't do well, I have another one I can kind of get on and make up for my mistakes.
Right.
But it's been a completely different experience. I've gotten to go and do a lot of big things at our state. At the national level, at the world level, I got 8 out of 1,150 entries, and I was 3rd out of 1,150 entries at the world. And I got to go to Fort Smith, and I placed out there with Sheriff Ryan's horse Blazing Little Levi. But when I switched over to rodeos, it's just a total different world. A horse that may go win the 1D at those shows may not even place at a rodeo.
Second off or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, you can go, and there's no horse out here that you can count out.
Yep.
It could be your 4D, 3D, 2D, 1D horse, and you just never know.
Yep.
So I think the mental toughness has been the biggest thing, learning how to change at these and being able to change a plan at the last minute. We've ran in the rain, the mud, the snow.
Yeah.
We have ran in the snow. Yes, everything. So the mental game, I guess, of it is what's the hardest to learn, and being ready for the changes before they ever happen.
Yeah. So what kind of advice can you give to somebody maybe wanting to go from barrel racing horse shows to the rodeo?
I feel like you almost have to jump off the deep end.
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, that's been my biggest thing. I kind of did that in a way, and then so in between, if there's not a rodeo, I do go to barrel races because it's something I'm used to. I have so many horses, but jumping off the deep end is really what's kind of helped me, and just putting my all into something. I think that's how you get the best out of it. Chanel herself at her first rodeo was terrified. She's terrified of her saddle. A minute ago she was pulling back at the trailer. And I think what helped is I didn't necessarily baby her or myself through that. I just went for it, and I was like, this is what I want to do, and we're going to do it. And for me, that's the best advice. If you're going to do it, don't give up on it. Just keep throwing yourself in at the deep end and just keep trying until it gets right, because they will get used to it at some point.
At some point they will.
Yes.
So how do you balance, now that you're in school, having these two studs, the trailer full of horses and rodeos to go to, and school?
And my job.
And you as a job. Yeah.
I work 1 day a week. 1 whole day a week.
Yeah.
It's been hard. When we were in Zebra finals last year, I felt like I missed out just a tad bit, you know, and getting to do some stuff with my friends because I was in the trailer doing homework. But I feel like everybody has really went out of their way to say, hey, do you want to go to dinner? Do you want to do this? Or if you're doing homework, stay there, you know, we'll see you in a little bit. And I think just kind of really putting my head down and making it happen has been the best thing. I also look at school differently than I used to. I've never been the best student, but now I've tried to turn school into a rodeo. So where I crave the A is like I crave the win. So now I'm like addicted to my A's, and I'm still learning how to make it all work. I've had to miss a couple of rodeos I didn't want to miss. When we went to Indiana for Zebra finals, I went to class that morning and left straight after class to go there. But I think you can do whatever as long as you want it badly enough.
Yeah, I think so too. So what kind of words of wisdom can you offer these people?
Just believe in yourself and really put together a great tribe. And that was another thing we were talking about, this is getting a tribe together. And we really have ourselves and a couple of other friends, and we've really stuck together so hard, and we believe in each other so much, and it's been the most amazing godsend of my entire life to have these women that we love so much.
Support one another.
Yes, it's been phenomenal, and we're excited to kind of meet other people and get their perspectives too, but the people you hang out with are who you become, and I've really noticed that payoff in my life, and being willing to extend the branch and learn more about people. And I would have never known some of the things about you, and it's been a person that's really impacted me in a lot of ways, and I don't know how I did life without you. So a tribe is huge, and good horses are a must.
So what's your favorite wins that you've had so far?
The Colonial Nationals on my stud horse was a huge deal for me. And I'd have to say, and I know this is like a really weird rodeo with Phil, I know it was not like a huge...
Well, she came in there like she missed the whole rodeo, and horses were falling down left and right. She comes pulling in like with 5 minutes maybe to go.
Yes,
for her to run, tacked up, won the thing by like a half a second.
Yes.
So that would be...
Yeah, that was a really cool one to literally, we unloaded and tacked up, and that was another thing where my tribe really came in for me, because so many horses did fall. And I got there, and my best friends were right there and said, hey, this is a weird setup. They're letting people lope a circle, so you can lope a circle, go in, and they never once mentioned that 100 people had fallen.
I said, when Reed Dale gets here, don't anybody say one word about any of the horses falling, because it'll scare her, and, you know, I just wanted you to have that for yourself.
Yeah. So it's really great to have great people in your tribe that really want you to do well, and, you know, anybody could have easily not said a word, and I would have went running straight through the alley because I wasn't there for the meeting or anything like that. But it means a lot to have great people who will help you out. So that was a huge win for me, and exciting for my first year of Cedar Rodeo.
All right, so last, before we close this, 2019 goals.
I would love to win Zebra finals. I don't know if that's a realistic goal.
Anything's possible.
I'm not 100% sure it's a realistic goal with everything I have going on, but like you said, it's a possibility. So if if it's in God's favor, I would love to be able to do that. I definitely want to make Seaver finals. That's a huge goal in my book. Love to do that in the top 5 to 10. I need to get a rodeo win under my belt. That would feel good. Other goals, I would love to stay on the dean's list at school, and I got on that last semester. And a big goal for me is consistency. That's where I really fall short, is consistency. Whether it's me or my horse, sometimes having a young one, I need them to be consistent for me, and I can't be consistent for them. So getting it all to come together, that's going to be a huge goal for me this year, is to get my consistency under control.
Well, I hope that you learned everything you need to know about Reeddale. We look forward to doing more of these videos, and thank you for watching.
Thanks, y'all.